Another Friday, another Smackdown. Boy, do I have some shit to say about this one. I'm John Ritland with a review of WWE Smackdown. It's the post-Money in the Bank edition. One good match out of this 4-match show. A 2-hour show that had 4 matches. NXT in 2 hours will feature at least 6 or 7. Hell, even when NXT was just 1 hour, they would feature 4 matches. Look, I get that they are running with a skeleton crew and maybe you can't feature a whole bunch of matches, but good God, can they please feature some good matches? Because outside of one of the men's matches, they threw away a women's match in a really short segment and dragged out the first match way too much. So yeah, let's just start off with recaps of the Money in the Bank train wreck main event, which I know some people liked. I didn't. Refer to my review if you want to know what I really thought. Get my full thoughts on it. So we have Miz TV with Otis. He broke the chair. Okay, this is something I'm going to touch on right now. One, shout out to Valena on Twitter. She pointed out that they're treating Otis like Eugene. That is a great comparison because Eugene, Nick Dinsmore, who was a really great talent, was given the Eugene gimmick and it was fucking terrible. And Otis, well, Otis is not my favorite character, and I get he's likable, he's this lovable goof, he's all this, and he's actually not that bad in the ring, and people like him. I don't hate the guy. I just don't care about the character. I don't understand why he's Mr. Money in the Bank, but you know what? Dumber things have happened. I mean, they made Baron Corbin Money in the Bank winner back in 2017, and he failed to cash in on Jinder Mahal. That right there proves that Baron Corbin will never be a main eventer and never should be a main eventer. So, the fat shaming stuff, it is what it is. I mean, Otis dealt with it just fine, but it's like they could go for less cheap heat than this. They really could, because Miz and Morrison even seemed like, you know, we're just going to say this scripted shit, and we're not even really going to care, and we're just going to collect our paychecks. Because what was it? Morrison said, "Are you pregnant?" And Miz said, "John, he's a man." He says, "2020, anything is possible." I have to admit that actually made me laugh. That did make me laugh because at least they were making it work. It's just why are they doing this? I mean, they're going yes for the obvious, and maybe Vince is high on Otis and just feels this is his way of ribbing him because he gave him this opportunity. It's just still stupid because it's not good television. It's not getting any more anger towards anybody that insults Otis. It's just cheap bullshit. But anyway, Tucker wasn't able to be there. They were going to have a tag match, but Tucker got a case of the dysentery from Morgan Trail. And I'm ashamed to admit that made me laugh, but that actually was pretty funny. So, we are going to get a tag team match later, and who's going to be Otis's partner is Braun. It's going to be Braun. That's who it is. We get a IC title tournament because Sami Zayn did not want to travel due to the pandemic, or maybe he can't leave because he's Canadian, he lives in Canada. I'm not sure on everything that's going on. I'm really not sure. If he can't travel due to it, or doesn't want to travel, I understand WWE getting the title off of him and making sure that they have a champion on TV. I get that. I have a feeling it's because also Sammy's a little bit outspoken about his politics and stuff like that. I just have a weird feeling that might be it. That might play a small factor in it. But as long as Sammy's safe, it's great. I want him to be safe. I want all these talents to be safe. Even the people that I don't necessarily care for, I want them to be safe. Just something about it doesn't quite sit right. But it is what it is. I don't like it, but it is what it is. Maybe we'll get a good tournament. I love me a good tournament. We have Bryan versus Gulak, Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus, provided Jeff Hardy can actually, get through the ropes and not fall down like he did so often against Cesaro. And then Elias versus Corbin and Styles versus Nakamura because of the brand-to-brand invitation because the fucking wildcard rule was so bad last week. Let's do it again. So we have Elias and Corbin highlights because this feud is still continuing. I don't know why. Elias versus Corbin in the first round match. The one line I got out of this, a deep throat injury to Elias. That is the line that I took. Now, I know that it was a throat injury to Elias, but I am standing by what I say. This is a Mania rematch. I forgot it happened. It went forever. Corbin grabbed Elias's instrument. You never grab another man's instrument without permission, and Elias won with the most devastating maneuver, the surprise roll-up, and won. And then we get Otis unable to find a tag partner. Sheamus blows him off. Mandy says, ask Braun. There we go. He gets Braun. Hacker Man, worst superhero ever. I also don't know what the fuck was going on. I think this is the same repeat as last week. I've kind of tuned this out. I don't really care who it is, but whatever. I mean, I don't know. This doesn't grab me. But am I hating it? No, I just don't care. Then we have Naomi versus Dana Brooke. And Dana Brooke gets, a surprise pin on Naomi after a few minutes. it just, I mean, the whites keeping the blacks down again, so Fox has got to be happy. It's just, are we getting a heel turn for Naomi? Is this heel turn going to sprout up like a tree? Maybe she should avoid those. But moving on from that, Progressive Match Flow sponsoring the Becky Lynch pregnancy reveal. But if Becky had match flow, she wouldn't be pregnant. She's going to go home and be a mother. Hi, I enjoy ruining things. Honestly, congratulations to both of them, but it was cool to see, and it was cool to see Asuka's genuine reaction, so good for them. Great. Charlotte's here. I'm 5'10", I'm blonde, I'm genetically superior. Geez, Charlotte, why don't you just say you're going to put everybody on the tracks? Why don't you just fucking say that? I mean, Fox wants you to, but it's just... Bayley and Sasha come here, and I know what they're doing. They're planting the seeds for Sasha and Bayley to eventually split. You know what? They've teased us so long with this off and on for the past couple years. I don't care. I don't care. When Sasha and Bayley will have a good match, whether it's in front of a small crowd or in front of a large crowd, I don't know. It should be a good match. Hopefully it can live up to what they did at TakeOver, either Brooklyn or Respect. Here's the thing, though. You add Charlotte to this. Yes, Charlotte's saying, Sasha, do you just want to be an afterbirth or afterthought? It was one of the two. And Sasha's all like, maybe I don't want to do that. Oh, well, great. Okay, cool. I mean, I'm happy that they're teasing this whole thing, but you can only tease so much before you got to get a release or get a finish or something like that. I might be thinking of something else. My point is, this wasn't something that grabbed me, mainly because I'm sick of Charlotte. I'm sick of her being on TV. They're bringing her here because they're trying to bring the ratings up because Fox and USA got suckered in to paying WWE a shit ton of money when the ratings have been falling for a number of years. So here we go with the Forgotten Trumpers. Okay, let's just be very clear here. Jackson Riker is definitely, the die-hardest of Trump supporters, if you've seen his Twitter at all. They talk about honor, freedom, and patriotism all being bullshit. They mentioned serving in the armed forces, which, okay, respect to them. They came back, and good for anybody that comes back, from serving our country, because you're braver people than me. I give you credit for that. But they weren't welcome back, and they were shunned and all this, and they said, well, we'll welcome you with closed fistings or closed fists, one of the two. I don't know. Maybe Trump was really up after seeing this, or maybe he's just up because of all the Adderall he keeps sniffing because he's a goddamn drug addict and goddamn clueless twat and a piece of shit and everything, and I can't believe that somebody would be dumb enough to support the guy, but, I digress. Jackson Riker also played Gunner at one point, and maybe that feud with James Storm, was the highlight of his career. It actually probably is, because he really isn't all that good in the ring. He's very average, but he has the perfect look, and well, he loves Vince's buddy Trump, so of course Vince will love him. So, getting to the one positive point. Bryan versus Gulak. This was a great Intercontinental Tournament match. Great stuff. Finally, something good. This was along the lines of how Riddle and Thatcher took their match seriously on NXT. This was good. I enjoyed this stuff. An inverted dragon screw, which hurt my goddamn knee, and then we get the heel hook for the tap. Gulak looked strong in defeat. This is a good match, and Bryan won. And here's what we're getting next week. Charlotte versus Bayley. Styles versus Nakamura. Brand-to-brand invitation. Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus. Otis and Mandy versus Ziggler and Sonya. Sonya is, knocking Mandy and everything, saying, you want to be with Otis, you want to be in a trailer, with a bunch of screaming kids and everything, serving meat to Otis. I don't know why she's picturing Mandy handling Otis's meat, but I'm not here to kink shame. And she just says, it's like put on your big girl panties, all this stuff. At least Sonya's benefiting from this, but that's really about it. Hopefully Sonya is a big star after this whole thing's over. We then have Otis and Brawn versus Miz and Morrison, a double caterpillar, and at one point Corey says he's slowly trying to grind down on Otis. This was an actual line that was said. And of course more fat shaming stuff, but I mean, whatever. Corey's been hitting the head too much to actually come up with anything decent anymore. And we get a power slam for 3. And then Mandy's here to celebrate, but a possible tease of a cash-in, and Otis is like, nope, just kidding, big man, just kidding. This is what I fucking think of Smackdown. This is what Fox paid 3-point-something billion for, and that's it. So, anyway, that's all I gotta say. Agree, disagree with what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritland. I'll see you soon.